Hi there. The next book I'd like to discuss is in the non-fiction category slash training manuals, and it's The Gift of Fear by Gavin Becker. I was put onto this book several years ago by one of my friends in America who recommended it highly, and I picked up a copy. And he was right. It's a very worthwhile book. There's a lot of books on self-protection and looking after yourself. A lot of very good books on that subject, but Mr. De Becker kind of comes at it from a unique angle. He runs a large security company based in the United States, and they look after a lot of celebrities. He has other books out, one of which is called Just 2 Seconds, which is aimed at close protection people, and again comes at it from a unique angle and a very important angle. Um, this book uh, distills a lot of very important information, but the main thrust of it that I got from it was about instinct. And in fact, the subtitle of the book is Survival Signals That Protect Us from Violence. And his premise is that we uh, are all built to survive. It's our strongest instinct is survival, even in the um, seemingly weakest person. We are genetically programmed to survive, and our bodies and our brains present us with the mechanisms to do this. And one of them is our instinct. And the book emphasizes and encourages you to follow your instincts because in a lot of cases they'd be correct. Now, I know from anecdotes um, of people who have followed their instincts and have been proven correct. And a couple of times I can remember, not in survival situations, but just odd situations where something's told me that this is wrong. There's something wrong with this situation, and I've taken a step back and found I was about to make a mistake. So instinct is not something mysterious. It's just the subconscious, which monitors everything going on, all your senses and so on. And there's some sort of discrepancy. Um, in bomb disposal, they have a term or a precept that they live by, and they're always aware of the absence of something expected and the presence of something unexpected. And that's something that the instinct helps you to achieve. So the book goes into many areas, many interesting areas. Survival signals, which is about the instinct, and also about the methodology of would-be attackers. And it's particularly valid for women. So if you're involved in the training of women, and in some ways we all have significant others and family members and so on, and we advise them if we don't formally train them. This book is invaluable for that. Because they are obviously the target of a lot of specific types of encounter. And he talks about the mechanisms by which strangers win the confidence of the victim and how to avoid that and how to, you know, defeat such an approach. Because as soon as you're aware of it, and you're aware that it is an approach, it's a pattern, then you can defeat it. I remember at one of the training conferences in the United States, I attended a class on female protection run by one of the top women instructors, Gracielas Casillas. And one of the things that she was talking about is projecting confidence and how you walk, how you make eye contact, and so on. for the females. And this book endorses that kind of thing very, very highly. There's a big section in the book on the stalker threat, and I got a lot of very, very good information from this, which I used on our close protection courses when we were talking about the psychopathic motivation for attacks on VIPs. And this book gave me a lot of good examples for that, because Mr. Becker wrote the training program for the law enforcement agencies in California, including LAPD, and he actually was the main advisor on writing the law on stalking in that state, which fulfilled a need, because a lot of places still don't have laws against stalking, and it's an absolute eye opener. I won't steal his thunder as such, but he talks about a female celebrity who had a stalker threat, and she had this property. And when he talks about looking for the stalker on this property, it is quite amazing. So, well worth buying. It should, if you're an instructor in this field or an enthusiast in this field, then Gift of Fear is certainly a book that should be on your bookshelf.